right. Yeah, that's weird. Hold on, I gotta try to adjust this light. Hold on. I guess that's a little better. Good evening, everyone. How is everybody doing tonight? I hope you're having a good week. Uh, I have been doing nothing but sleeping, sleeping, sleeping. Unbelievable amount of sleeping. So, trying to. I feel better today. I will tell you that. I do feel better today. I'm still feeling very wiped out. I'm not going to lie. But I've definitely been keeping a low profile and just trying to get better. And so, uh, fun times. Being sick sucks. I'm not a good sick person. I am the type of person when I don't feel well, I'm just like, leave me alone. Just leave me alone. Let me sleep, and check in time to time to see if I'm still alive, and that's it. So, uh, oh my goodness. All right. So real quick before we get started in everything, I do want to mention I did not do a live stream Monday night for my hardcore preppers because I just didn't have it in me. So I will be making that up for them next week. So I'm going to do Monday and Thursday next week for my hardcore preppers, just so you guys know. I see Janet's in the chat, so she's one of my hardcore preppers, and so I apologize for not being able to. I couldn't do it. There's just no way. It was hard enough time doing Sunday. I'll be honest with you. I had a rough time doing Sunday's live stream. So, um, but I want to acknowledge everybody, the members that have joined, me on here to help support the channel. I just want to let you all know how much I appreciate all, everything and stuff like that. It really does mean a lot to me. Hey, Asif, thank you very much for the donation. I do appreciate that. Uh, Nate says, if you're sick, you're sick. Yeah, exactly. There's not really much you can do about it. So, sick house, sickness comes from other people. In my case, I think that, burning the candle at both ends, running all over, not getting enough sleep. I never generally get enough sleep because of Hella. I'll be honest with you. Hella is, I'm a night person, and Hella is a morning dog. So that's been something we've been working on. But, just it caught up with me. And so that happens. And so what are you going to do? I rarely get sick from other people. Sinus from weather changes. Yeah, you know what it was? A little bit of sinus, but not like, where my nose is running constantly or anything like that. It's just that it's just physically really, really drained and just wiped out, and that's kind of where I've been with that. So, I mean, what are you going to do? There's not a whole lot you can do about that. When you're sick, you're sick. I mean, it's just I don't get sick very often. When I do, it kicks my butt pretty hard. And I know the last time I was sick was 2 years ago. And what I just did is I slept my butt off then, and it was like 2 weeks that time. So, but it's like I said, you just have to you deal with it and you go from there. And so that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just, like I said, I'm just doing a low profile, and I'm just dealing with it. I had somebody ask in the comments, and I wanted to address this real quick. And we're going to get into everything in just a minute. I haven't even really done my whole beginning spiel yet, but somebody had asked me if I still maintain my nursing license, and I do. I still have my nursing license. February will be 4 years since I've worked as a nurse, and so, but somebody would say, "Oh, well, you could get called up by the to because they called people up when retired nurses. No, they can ask you to come in if you're retired and come in and help. You don't have to. So it's not like the military where if you're in the National Guard or you're in the inactive reserves that they call you up and pull you in and you have to go in. It's not like that with nursing. It's they're not going to force anybody to go in and be a nurse. That's not how it works, because I don't think that would work out so well for anybody. But But anyway, so that's to answer that question. Yes, I still maintain my nursing license. I just figured I've worked hard enough to get it, and so I'm going to keep it. And because you never know, I mean, it may come a time down the road where I need to, you know, if I decide to go back and do something on a part-time basis, if I was going to do home care or something like that, that may be something that I might do. I definitely will not go into a nursing home again. I can tell you that right now. That never is going to happen again. Uh, that's one that's not happening. So, um, all right. So before we get started here, I just want to remind everybody that this is a very family-friendly channel. I would ask everybody to please be decent in the chat. No racism, no nastiness. Just be respectful of each other. If you cannot do that, it's a really simple request. But if you cannot do that, those awesome people that you see lit up in blue will boot you out of here because we're not going to tolerate it. We want this to be a pleasant experience for everybody, and we want you guys to enjoy the chat and all those type of things. So that is where we're at with that. All right. So $29 trillion in debt. That's where we're at right now. It's a ridiculous amount of money, and so we're going to talk about that, and we're going to talk about what that's doing to us. Um, you know, I'm sick about hearing about the pandemic and other stuff. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. It's all that's on the news, right? And then they've hyped up this new one so much, and now I guess like the first cases in California. Imagine that! Wow, what a surprise! Craziness, just absolute craziness. So, uh, Sherry says, I want out of New York City. I don't blame you, Sherry. I cannot wait till the spring gets here and I can be down in West Virginia most of the time. I'm looking forward to being out of New York. I love New York. I'll be honest. It's a love hate. Let me put it like that. Okay. So the area of New York which I live in is absolutely in the country. It is beautiful. I've taken you guys on some rides with the motorcycle with that, and it's a beautiful, beautiful area out here. It's very, very, isolated. There's not a ton of people, which I like that as well and stuff like that. But I just, the weather in New York sucks. I mean, winter is just like can be absolutely brutal. And the taxes suck, and the politics suck, and the gun laws suck. So there's a lot of things that I don't. You'll love all the hillbillies. I'm gonna tell you what. I'm a hillbilly myself, so yeah, I got no problem with the hillbillies. I'm as hillbilly as they come. I grew up on a freaking farm. See, that's a misconception that people have when you say you're from New York. They think that you're like some city boy, and that's not the case at all. Yeah, the cats that'll be the hardest thing when I go down there and I'm not seeing my cats all the time, especially this one right here. Max, when we moved out here, and I'm thinking, how hard of an adjustment is it going to be? He squirreled out. I mean, he squirreled out. It was crazy. I don't. It was just the most bizarre thing I've ever seen in my life, and it took him a while to settle in, to get used to being down here. But once he did, I mean, he was fine once he got used to it. But he absolutely he acted like a lunatic for the first couple of weeks. It was very weird. But I love my area, but if we get locked down again, I'm heading to Florida. Yeah, I don't blame you, 80K man. It gets very old. It gets very, very old, and you know. But anyway, so that so we're $29 trillion in debt. Let's get into this topic, guys. I mean, I think this is important, and what do they want to do now? They want to add on another spending package. It's what they're looking to do on top of this, and I'm like the problem that I have with so many of these spending packages that they keep pushing through, right? Oh, it's because of this, it's because of that. They have to push all this money through. Well, a lot of that money doesn't go to where it needs to go, never does, and that's the problem. If it was earmarked and okay, this is what we're going to put into. I'm going to give you a good example of something again. We're going to do a little refresher. When this whole pandemic started, one of the things that was in super super short supply for nursing staff was proper PPE, okay, which is a protective gear. And so they were reusing masks and they were reusing all kinds of stuff, and they were expected to do so. They didn't have a choice. Their bosses were like, this is it, this is what you have, and this is what you're going to do. And so, that was. Let's see if. Hold on a second. I keep getting like a shadow on myself for whatever reason. Anyway, sorry. I'll have to do something better with the lighting. I don't know what I'm going to do, but anyway, um, when there was not enough proper protective gear, but they were expected to go out there and do their jobs anyway. Management didn't care. I remember. I mean, I remember when it all went down, and I remember when it went down, and I went, man, I am so glad that I am retired, because I would not put up with that nonsense for a second. If they had not had the proper gear, I'd have told them to go screw themselves. Um, you know, and a lot of nurses probably should have, but we just get out there and we take it, and we do it for our residents, we do it for our clients that we're taking care of, and that's what happens. That's why we do what we do, and management knows that, and they take advantage of it. They always have, and they always will. And then people get burned out and they quit, and then that's the end of that. So you know but anyway, that's just one example of what was going on back then. But you have this situation now where they're coming in with the next stimulus thing, and there's different little things earmarked for things that have nothing to do with what they need to be taken care of. And that's wrong. That's been going on forever and a day. But they continue to add on to the debt. Now, what's happened, Asif, will hyperinflation will have hyperinflation on currency. I will need to invest in wheelbarrow to carry the cash to the gas station to buy gas soon to fill up. Yeah, it's about right too. Hyperinflation's coming. That's one of the things I was going to talk about. Thank you, Asif, for the donation. I do appreciate that in this statement. And it's making a joke, but it's really not that far off. Hyperinflation is coming. You look what happened in Venezuela, guys. There's only so much money you can print. Because it's backed by nothing. We went off the gold standard back in 1974. I mean, if you pay attention to history, the fiat dollar is backed by nothing. So it's worthless realistically, because it's like there's nothing behind it. Oh, Francine, yes, we actually stopped today. She said, "Did Heather get the package I sent?" We actually stopped at. She had to deliver. She had to go to the post office today and mail out a package, and so we did stop there today, and we did get the package. So thank you very much for giving that to Heather. That was very kind of you. I'm sure she'll be in here later, and but yes, thank you. So yep, so she did get it. But actually, yeah, today was the first day I actually ventured out briefly. Had to take Heather to the post office, and I checked my PO box, gassed up, grabbed some more medicine, and then we came home. So really exciting outing, but it happens. But anyway, with hyperinflation, it's going to affect everything as well, and it happens like that. It'll happen overnight, and unfortunately, what you're going to see happen is what you're seeing happening right now. Food prices have gone up, uh, oil prices, ways to heat your home, all that type of stuff has gone up, up, and up. And it's all being, in my opinion, I think a lot of it's being manipulated. I really do. It's always manipulated. I mean, time of year, when it is, holiday season, and I know people are going to be driving, the prices go up. Then after the holiday season is over with and people aren't driving as much, then the prices come back down. That happens all the time. We see that happen constantly. So there's absolutely a manipulation done constantly with gas prices and those type of things. What do we got? 558 in the chat, guys. We're 194 in a thumbs up. If you haven't shot a thumbs up yet, please, I would ask you to do so to show support for the channel. And thank you very much for doing that. I appreciate that. And also, it really makes a difference with the algorithms as well. So the more interaction we have, the better it is for the channel. So I thank you for shooting a thumbs up for that reason as well. The third reason, of course, I like to see a lot of thumbs up. That's part of the game. So thank you for doing it that way. And again, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell icon to get all notifications as well. All right. So this debt we're never going to be able to pay off. $29 trillion and counting. And they're going to, like I said, they want to add on the next trillion or so here right around the corner. Hey, Gigi, we all need to have credit cards and valuable rate loans paid off before going into hyperinflation. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, you definitely want to keep that under control. That is absolutely true. And thank you very much for the donation. And thank you for that statement. Being smart about what you're doing with your money makes a big difference. You don't want to put yourself in a situation where you become that slave to that system. And that's what they want. They want you to be that slave to that system. And that happens all the time. It's something that's been going on forever and a day. If they can get you, they give you the credit cards and you get into debt, and then they own you, and then you're working to pay off that credit card debt and that high interest rates that they're charging you. It is not good at all. But anyway, UK gas is $8. Wow, Norm Holland. Wow, thank you for that information, Norm. That's crazy. Yeah, I know. I never could understand how come the gas in Europe is so much higher, and even Canada, gas is so much higher in Canada and in Europe than it is here in the United States. I never understood that. Never understood that. But anyway, with the debt being where it is, like I said, it's never going to be paid off. So at some point, there absolutely will be an economic collapse. There's no way to avoid it, because there's going to become a point where they cannot keep paying, the interest alone on that debt. There's just no way to do it, and so something has to give. And what I have a huge problem with, and I'm going to explain some of the things I have a huge problem with. When we have that much debt, $29 trillion, and yet we're giving away, right? Supposedly giving away all these free, doses that we paid for. Because the farmers. Let me tell you what. When you hear, oh, you know, your free vaccine. Nothing's free. Nothing's free. Somebody's paying for it. Okay. So right now the government's paying for it, which means we're paying for it. That's how that works. That's always how that works. So don't think that it's free, because it's not free. The pharmaceutical company is not making these vaccines out of the kindness of their heart. They are not. They're making bank. That's a fact. And check that out. I mean, if you don't believe me, see what their profits are doing. But we gave away so many of these vaccines to other countries. We have this huge debt. Why are we giving away more and more and more and more stuff all the time when we just continue to accrue debt? Why are we continuing to give Israel as much money as we do every single year when we have huge debt? Why are we giving all these other countries money all the time? I think it's time to stop. I think it's time to say, okay, time to circle the wagons, take care of our own business. I'm telling you, folks, if we stopped being the policemen of the world and worked on taking care of our stuff here at home in the United States, take care of our infrastructure, take care of our roads and our bridges and our waterways, and get all those things squared away, we could all be working, have all kinds of jobs out there for everybody, and great paying jobs. It would be so easy to do. It would be unbelievable. That's where this money should be going into, putting it into people, giving them viable jobs again, instead of and I know it's a weird concept, instead of shipping all our manufacturing out overseas as they've done, right, over the years, and now we don't even manufacture anything anymore. We used to be the country. We were the manufacturing country. Not anymore, you know. But if we can get back to that, we could be in much better shape. Maybe if we were manufacturing our own stuff and not so dependent on countries like China and India and those type of places. Maybe if we made our own pharmaceuticals, maybe if we made our own products that actually lasted longer than a year. If you get something and it breaks down and you just have to go out and buy another one because it's so cheap, you know. 80K Man says we need to get our houses in order. Don't panic, plan, budget, control what you can control. Exactly. Exactly. Control what you can control. I just saw a thing that it was there was a sleep study done, not sleep study, yeah, a study done by some mattress company of what causes people stresses of why they're not sleeping. Obviously, the economy, jobs, the government, all those type of things are causing people to be losing sleep. Those type of things that we can't control. There's nothing we can do to change those situations realistically, because the people that are in charge are bought and paid for. They're going to do what they're going to do, and they don't care about any of us. And if you think that that's different, vote in the next party and see what they make a difference of. They don't. Okay, they're all looking out for each other. They're all having a big party, congratulating themselves, giving themselves more raises, and that's what they do. But Ed, but that was a greed thing. Now it's biting them in the butt. No manufacturing. Exactly. Oh, it was absolutely a greed thing. If they could get some other company or country to have somebody build something and make, next to nothing, then they could make record profits. And that's exactly what it was. So you destroy, Detroit, which was a manufacturing hub. Chicago, also another manufacturing hub. They're now cesspools, and there's no good jobs. If you don't have good jobs and you have no, what people don't, well, I think people understand, governments don't understand. People need a purpose. People need a purpose. I'm going to tell you something, and you and tell me if I'm wrong on this, and tell me I'm not no rah rah Nazi or none of that type of stuff. But you look at what Hitler did for Germany after they came out of World War I, and he took power. He built up a national pride. Okay, think, and I want you to think about it. I mean, Hitler was a monster. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying that he was a great guy or nothing like that. That's not what I'm saying at all. He was a monster. But what he did, he knew how to build a pride in being German. He gave them a purpose. He gave them a reason to think beyond themselves and think of the nation and stuff like that. And that's why so many people followed him. And because of the stuff that he was doing, it made their country awesome. Their country was awesome. And Germans are unbelievable when it comes to engineering and stuff like that anyway. They're very, very smart, okay? But you look at what he did and how he was able to manipulate things. And don't get me wrong, he did a lot of horrible things. I'm not trying to national pride was his downfall. To a degree, yes. To a degree. To a degree. But yeah, national pride that killed his own citizens in the end. But you know what? They came very close, guys. If he had, I'm going to tell you right now, if he had not gone after Russia, if he had left Russia alone and finished off Great Britain, there'd be a whole area over there across the pond right now that would be speaking German. There ain't no doubt about it. No doubt about it. I mean, he thought, the second front, that's what killed him. Yep. Yep, his downfall was the second front. Absolutely. If you study it and you pay attention to it, it's easy. But anyway, they had pride, is what they had in their own country. They had a a source of whatever that they whatever you want to call it. But that's what we need in the United States. And I'm not saying that we're going to go and take over countries and destroy people. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is human beings need a purpose. They need a reason greater than themselves. Excuse me. That's what people need. And so you know, that's what happens. If you give somebody a reason to get up every day and go, you know what? I'm doing something that is making a difference. If you're in in a job that you hate, that you can't stand, that's doing nothing to better the world or yourself, that'll wear on you. That'll wear on you. And that's one of the reasons why I always liked nursing, because I felt I was making a difference. And that's why I got into nursing. I got into nursing because I wanted to help people. I wanted to be, make a difference, make their lives better, and to help people. And so, that's why I got into nursing. Well, you get a lot of people that if they don't have a purpose, they're lost. So if we have a purpose and we have something, like you look at, okay, I'm going to give you another example of something, and this all kind of correlates together, and I want you to understand it. I'm kind of going off the rails, but I'm really not. Okay, you look at the national parks, you look at Letchworth State Park, and when we had the Great Depression, they put people to work, and they went into these parks and they built these parks up and they made them better, and it gave people a purpose, and not only to be able to say, look at, this is what Grandpa Jim did, he helped build this thing here, how cool is that? It gave them a job, it put them to work, it gave them an income coming in. So then what they're doing is, when you have that source of an income coming in, you're putting it back into the economy, and then so the economy boomed. And that's what happens. When you just are handing out all the time. I'm going to tell you right now, you watch and see next year, they'll come out with some other new stimulus thing. They're going to give more money away. Well, that's not doing it. That's not going to make a difference, especially with the little bit that they give you. $1,200 when, you're trying to survive is realistically nothing. I mean, it doesn't make any difference at all. But, give people pride, give them a purpose, give them self-worth. So those are three things right there: pride, a purpose, and self-worth. If I have a good job that I'm getting up to every day, and I know I'm making a difference because of doing this job, I'm making my society better, making my life better, making my family's life better. Plus, I'm going to be able to get my money and put it back into the economy. It makes all the difference in the world. It makes all the difference in the world. I'll tell you a true story, guys, okay? So I bombed around for a long time after I got out of the service, and I went back to school at 29. I was a CNA for 5 years, and I went back to school when I was 29, and I got my nursing degree. When I got my nursing degree, and I said, and then I took my boards and I became a nurse, the difference I felt in myself, and I know that sounds weird, but it's so unbelievably true. The difference that I felt in myself was like, I've made it. I've done something with myself now. And so, there was a pride in that. And I'm not talking about, now I'm better than everybody else or any of that nonsense. That's not what I'm talking about. If stimulus equals more preps, exactly, RV source. I hear you on that one. But it gave me, it put me in a position where I can take care of my family. I can do well, I didn't have a family at the time, you know what I mean? But, it put me in that position to be able to better my life. And so then when I met the kid's mom, I was established. I was established in my career. I knew what I was doing. And so, all those type of things. So it made a big, big difference. But, you got to have a purpose. If you don't have a purpose, you really don't have anything. But again, with what is going on right now with this debt, they're just them printing more and more and more money that devalues the dollar, which puts us in a worse situation, not a better situation. You need to stop it. You need to cut it off. We need to stop paying for everybody else around the world. We need to stop paying for all these illegal immigrants that are come rolling across the border in record numbers. Let me just say this so that I'm really clear. I could give a crap what color you are. If you come here the legal way into the United States, welcome. That's where I'm talking about. Welcome. Okay. But if you come in here illegally, you're owed nothing. You deserve nothing. You deserve to be sent back. Period. So when people want to say, "Oh, well, that's racist and blah blah," it has nothing to do with racism. It's a matter of, if you don't do it the right way, how come all the people that are over in Europe that are trying to get over here have to wait all those years? You think about the people, the the 90-Day Fiance stuff and all that type of stuff. You guys probably have seen some of that stuff. My sister watches that on TV, and they'll have these people that they're having these romances with, and then they end up getting married, and then they try to it takes them forever to get their new husband or new wife back to the United States. It takes a while, all right. But if you fly to Mexico, you can just go right up across the border and you get the freebies and everything there. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. It needs to stop. We are not responsible. Our tax dollars are not responsible for people that came here illegally. You know, 90-Day Fiance is absurd. Yeah, I don't get it. I briefly saw what they watch, and well, the stuff that a lot of the stuff that they watch is mindless, in my opinion. So I'm just like, hey, whatever. I don't get it. So Robert, 1985, Fort Leonard, Missouri. Ah, I was out in Leonardwood in '84. Robert, I was out there in '84. Winter cycle. And have you seen on YouTube that the government is sending tops? So wait a minute, I want to see. Hold on a second. I want sending topsoil from our farms to China in the empty containers to pay China. I hadn't seen that. No, I had not seen that at all. Realistically, topsoil, if it's done right, you can make that anywhere. You can really, I mean, it is unbelievable. You know how every year, I'll give you an example. Topsoil. Talk about topsoil. So I lived in Greece, New York, and every year they collect all the branches and twigs and all that type of stuff, and they collect all the leaves, and then they compost it down. Turns into the blackest, richest, most beautiful soil you ever wanted to see. Well, the town will give you of that as much of it as you want. So all you got to do is call the town and say, "Hey, bring me some topsoil," and I'll bring a truck in and dump it in your yard or wherever you want it. And so it didn't cost you anything. It was awesome. It's a lot of things that people didn't realize was one of the perks of your the high taxes that you were paying, but it was the best growing soil you ever wanted to see. Anybody can make good topsoil. You just have to know what you're doing. And again, leaves and all those type of stuff. That's absolutely the way you should be doing it. It's there for you to use. So why would we be shipping that all over there? It doesn't make any sense. I'm just saying. I'm not saying it's not true. Um, Mix wood. Ask your soil to enrich it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You gotta. You mix all that stuff in there. You can take your scraps from your tables and stuff like that too. Like all from your lettuce and carrots and all those type of stuff, and you put that in there as well. And if you have the worms in there, so yeah, it is. It definitely makes a difference. And boy, I'll tell you what, the worms they really, really enrich the soil really, really quickly. So you hear hell over there. I don't know if you guys heard that or not. But anyway, what are we at? 699 in the chat. We're at 332 on the thumbs up, guys. If you haven't shot a thumbs up yet, I'm going to ask you to do that, please, to show support for the channel. And thank you ahead of time for doing that. Do you compost your chicken waste? Yes, absolutely. I'll tell you what I do with that in a second, Candace. So if you haven't shot a thumbs up yet, please do so to show support for the channel, and thank you ahead of time. Also, it makes a real big difference with the algorithm, so the more interaction that we have, the better it is for the channel as well. So I thank you for shooting the thumbs up for that reason as well. Of course, I like to see a lot of thumbs up. There's the third reason. It's part of the game. Uh, no, that's not Heather. That's Hella. You're hearing Hella down on the floor. Let me see where Heather is. Let's see if she's. I'll text her real quick. But anyway, if you're not subscribed to the channel, uh, please make sure you subscribe, hit that bell icon to get all notifications as well. And thank you for doing that as well. But anyway, guys, Real quick, I want to talk about, I got the sale going on right now on my website, preppernurse1.com, with the Legacy freeze-dried foods. If you go preppernurse1.com, you click on store, it'll drop down. You will see Legacy Foods. You click on that, it will take you to the store within the website. If you decide to make a purchase there, when you check out, 20% will come off automatically when you check out. That sale is going on from now until the 12th of this month. So definitely, you know, definitely take advantage of that. All right. So 25-year shelf life, GMO free. Gluten options available for people that need that. It is vegetarian, but beef and chicken options can be purchased separately. So definitely take advantage of that. All right. So also we have the Forefathers, which is the CBD and hemp store. Definitely take advantage of that as well. Uh, Prepper, a shout out for the prepared mind. I love you all. I love cats more than humans. I think cats should be in charge of mice. There you go. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, I like the prepared mind. I like his channel. I know he's out in California. I don't know why he stays in California with the lunacy out there. There's a lot of good people in California, though. I will say that. Thank you very much for the donation. And there, here she is.
Hello, Aaron. Oh, she's attached to the braid. There we go. Hello, folks.
So you got a package in the mail today.
Oh, I did get a package. I go grab that. It was from Fran.
Yeah.
Thank you, Fran, for the nice goodies, the books, and the beads. I do appreciate that, and I will get use out of them for sure.
Yeah, she asked when we started the stream if we had got those, and so I said yes, we did. Hell, I'm sorry. Oh my goodness, somebody's getting attention.
Yeah.
She's something else. I know. Look, oh my God, was that Heather bothering you?
Hi.
So anyway, yeah, Heather and Stella and Hella,
Yes.
and then Caesar, of course. All right. Oh, there's something else. Okay, no, you're not laying down that way.
You're so jealous.
I know. Okay, everybody, go on. Oh. Yeah, mini Black Panther. Yeah, she got a little white on her belly though.
Yes, when she's getting chunky, you can see that she's got a little growth spurt coming. As I can tell, she's getting chunky.
She's got her big old long tail.
I figured out that she's between 7 and 8 months old, so she's awesome though.
Yeah, she's a good cat. She is a good cat.
You hold her?
Sure. I was gonna say no, but why not?
Yeah.
All right. There she is. She's like, "What's going on?" You can't even see her with my shirt.
That's funny.
Yeah. She's a little bit black.
She is a baby, but she's my baby.
So, yeah, she'll grow. What? No fear of the dogs. She was raised with other dogs, so she does really, really well. She don't care. Other cats don't bother her. So
She just runs around, plays with everything that moves.
everything that moves, she's always playing. She's having a good time. No, I don't think we're gonna make her an outdoor cat.
Even though I'm sure she would be a fantastical hunter, but
What breed of cat is Stella? I don't even know.
she's black.
Yeah, a black cat.
I think the other kittens in the litter were also tiger, and she has a little bit of a tiger stripe look to her, so probably like tiger breed.
Yeah. But she was very cute, and so we had to have her.
Yes. Okay, she's ready to be on her way.
Yeah. They're too funny. All right. Well, thank you for joining us.
Yes, we were watching that 600-pound life.
Look at JJ's got your Etsy stuff up on here. Thank you, JJ, for throwing that up there. You're watching what?
The 600-pound life.
Oh, you're over at Becky's.
Oh my God, it's crazy, insane.
So that's all they watch. They watch nonsensical, mindless.
And then Dr. Pole.
And then Dr. Pole. Yes, they like Dr. Pole. Dr. Pole, I get Dr. Pole. I think he's a nice guy. Huh?
You mentioned the legacy cookies.
Oh, well, actually, yeah. Let me go grab those. So I got to tell you guys, I got a package in the mail today, and Mom and Beck were like, "You got a package came today," and I'm like, "I got a package came today." I go, "What are you talking about?" And they're like, "It's cookies." I'm like, "Cookies?" And I'm like, they're like, "Yeah." So
And when they were telling me, they were like, "Why did Ed order cookies when Heather just made a bunch?"
right,
So I made a ton for Thanksgiving.
so these are Dave's cookies.
David's cookies.
David's cookies, and I will show you. The first package of them I left with Mom and Becky. So I'm like, I'll just kind of show you that they're all different kinds of chocolate chip cookies. And so I'm like, who sent me freaking cookies? And so I looked, it was from Legacy. I was very, very surprised. So I have to call Amy from Legacy and tell her thank you very much because that was freaking awesome. The tin is amazing, and I didn't have any of the cookies yet, but Mom and Beck did, and they said they were awesome. So, and nothing like getting right in the way, right? So, but yeah, so they got they sent that as a thank you, and I was like, well, that was very, very cool. That was very thoughtful of them, and I was very surprised. I was like, oh, that's cool. So I will, like I said, I will have to call and tell them that I appreciate that. But anyway, so I know it's already December. I can't believe it's December. They know a way to win over a man. Cookies, exactly, exactly. No, I'll tell you what. I can honestly say, um, Legacy. I've been working with them for many years now, and they are an amazing company. They really, truly are. Good customer service. They take care of stuff, which is important. Did you see Dr. Oz is running for Senate? I did see that. Another celebrity. That's all we need is another celebrity in there. I'm not even gonna go there. So, but anyway, yeah, it's what was I going to say? They've been a very, very good company to be associated with, and like I said, I would never back any company that I didn't believe in, and I've liked them since the very beginning. I've dealt with Amy. If you guys ever have to go with Legacy, ask for Amy. She is the absolute best. She is amazing. She is absolutely amazing. And so I just, yeah, she's fantastic. So, and she's the one that reached out to me initially when I first got started with them. So I'd never heard of them, never heard of who they were, and but they're a very good, solid company, and I like them. Now, when there's things on back order, like right now, okay, I'll give you an example. Right now, I have people that ordered from my last sale in September, and the only people that are basically waiting on stuff, I believe, are the breakfast, lunch, and dinner buckets, like a 60 meal breakfast, lunch, and dinner bucket. They're not in stock yet. Can't put them in. So nothing I can do about it. you know. So as soon as they get in, then I put them in. That's how it works. But that's as if they get stuff back in stock, I put it back in. So, but anyway, no. But like I said, I like the company, and they've been very good to me, and so I have no complaints. But anyway, so I'm like freaking. My brain is not working yet, guys. I'm not 100%, and I know I'm not 100%. So I do. They all have limited stock. Oh, any of the companies right now do. Yeah, they all the different companies do. What are you doing? What? What? She is the biggest freaking baby. She's so big. You're a good girl though. You are. She's such a good dog. You are a good puppy. She is the most gentle natured dog. Um, Unbelievable. So But anyway, but anyway, guys. Oh yeah, we got to do the egg count. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm sorry. I'm not. My brain is completely shot today, and I do apologize. I am feeling better, but I'm definitely not not there yet. I'm really not there yet. So, all right. So let's go ahead and do the egg count. Give you guys a minute to get your guesses out there. All right. If you have the same exact guess as Life with Bobby with two eggs. I don't know what it's been lately. A lot of days it's just two eggs lately. So I think yesterday we had three. I don't think I told you yesterday's count. Yesterday was three. Today was only two. Very weird. They're just not laying. They're just not doing it. I know I'm changing up. I'm putting some antibiotics in their water to help them with that with any kind of problem. Yeah, thick neck. Like I said, thick necked is she's on vacation until the spring as far as egg laying goes. So hey, Bob Hunter. Mice, Democrats, birds, cats, dogs, humans, love, compassion, truth, spirituality, and prepperness. Oh well, thank you very much. What are you doing? You're being a goofy girl. Thank you very much, and thank you very much for the donation as well. I do appreciate that. Some of them are still molting. Only a couple of them. Most of them have already done with molting. They're just not laying. I don't know why. I got the younger girls in there now. So I added 7 laying hens this year, and I just think some of my older, just like Thick Neck was laying up until winter came, and then she said, "Okay, I'm done." But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I really don't. They're probably not laying due to lack of light. They need 8 hours of light a day to produce it. Oh, well, that'll do it. Okay, well that's probably why then, because we are definitely not getting enough light. There's no way we're getting enough light. You know what? I don't want to use artificial light with them. I'll be honest with you. I feel like the way I look at it is this: if they give me eggs, they give me eggs. If they don't give me eggs, I'm okay with that. And I don't feel like trying to force them, artificially giving them, giving them, trying to force them to lay more eggs. So if they lay, they lay. If they don't, they don't. I do give them oatmeal here and there. I think that's a little fun treat for them, and they go crazy when you give them the warm oatmeal. So that's always a fun thing. But but they're entertaining. I enjoy them. I love the eggs. Obviously, their eggs are way better than anything else you're going to eat. So that makes a big difference as well. You will throw them off if you do that. Yeah, James Weiser said. Yeah, and like I said, I don't want to do that to them. If they lay, they lay. If they don't, they don't. I'm not concerned about it one way or the other. It doesn't cost me a tremendous amount to feed them, and so and then in the spring I'll have a lot more eggs. So that's it. So I give away more eggs in the spring. It's not like I'm selling them. It's not like I'm running a business with the eggs because I'm not. I'm just like I said, I do it because I enjoy it and I enjoy having the chickens. So, but I think it's healthier for them to give them a break during the winter. I think it is too. It's not all about getting as much out of them and wearing them out. I mean, that's what they do with these other chickens. They wear these hens out, and I don't think that that's the way that should be done. I don't think so at all. So, you think by the time Biden's term end will be at 40 trillion mark? It wouldn't shock me. Would not shock me. Angry Homesteader, Ed, if there's any property near you in West Virginia, please let me know. I'm looking. Okay. Well, there's always land for sale. It depends on what you want, how many acres and what you're willing to pay and all those type of things as well. But there's always properties for sale, and that's it is always out there. You just gotta look. I know that I feel very very blessed and fortunate to get the property that I got, to have the neighbors that I have, decent people. I don't know if I told you guys or not. I want to just reiterate this just because when I was going to log out the property, and so Dennis and I went down and marked a bunch of trees, and I ended up talking to my neighbor who works for the sawmill down the road, and he owns a property right next to mine. And he said that the property had been logged out back in '93, and so he said, if you have them come in and log it out now, they're going to do more damage than good. He said if you wait another 10 to 15 years, he goes, it's going to be better. If you're going to you wait and log it out, then the trees will be bigger. It'll be better, and you'll do better when you log it out. And I'm like, I'm going to actually go with somebody that is doing it on an everyday basis, and so I'm going to listen to what he has to say. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm not logging out the property, so I'm going to let it continue. And I'll be honest with you, I love the woods, the way they are. I think that it's awesome. And what watt solar panels did you get, and where, if you don't mind? I ended up getting 340-watt solar panels. I bought them off of Amazon, and so I looked, and my solar guy, my electrician that does a lot of my stuff, he had sent me the link, and so I went and checked it out, and I think it was 154 a solar panel, something like that. I don't remember 100% for sure what it was, but I would rather, me personally, I'd rather buy it new. I don't want to buy somebody else's problem. And you can go and you can get cheap solar panels. You can get panels that they've run for a few years, but you're going to still continue to lose efficiency on those panels no matter what. Any panels you have, you're going to lose efficiency over time. But if you have, um, with these panels, and how much do you think you can get developed next year in West Virginia? That's a good question. I'll get to that in a second. But yeah, that's what I did. So if you want to look, go on Amazon, look up 340-watt panels, and then shop around for prices. That would be my advice to you. You want to stick with the same size panels. You don't want a whole bunch of hodgepodge different wattage of panels, because they'll end up going down to the lowest level. So what I have out here on my rack out here, I have 250-watt panels, I have 255s, and I have 300 watts. So the problem is that the 300-watt panels are actually only producing at the 250-watt level, because they'll go down to the lowest level. It's not the way that you need to do it. It's one of the mistakes that I made that I didn't know, but that's what happens. That's how you live and you learn. So down in West Virginia, all the panels that we're going to have are going to be, in each rack is going to be the same. So that's why I went with those, and so that's why we're going to, get those type of panels. So somebody was asking here, obviously, how much do I think I can get done next year in West Virginia? The game plan, and again, it really, I don't know where I'm going to be at financially next year. What's going on that way? Where's the channel going to be at? All those type of things. But the game plan in the spring, come March, my first two priorities down in West Virginia, we have the camper down there, so I have some place that I can stay. We're going to get solar set up, get a battery room built, and do that to start with. So get a battery room built and set up, uh, get the solar rack in, get that all squared away, and get power going, to the camper, and that way I can have a nice, steady, regular supply of power and not have to worry about using a backup generator. Also, getting the well or now the springs developed. So those are going to be the first two priorities down there come spring, is getting those things squared away. Now, beyond that, I'd like to get in, start going on the root cellar, and and do that as well. But that's gonna be very time consuming. I know that's gonna be very time consuming, but I definitely want to get something down underneath there and get that going. I think that that would be a really good thing to have squared away. So we'll see what happens. But again, there's a do am I going to get something more permanent more permanent for me to live in down there other than the camper? I don't know. I don't know. We're going to have to just see how everything comes together. I may build a smaller building that I can use as my winter residence down there. So I don't want to be in the camper during the winter. I know that for sure. So I definitely am going to have to build something. So the dog jumping on the bed and the cat and yes, I see you. So, but oh, I know it's terrible. She is the most vocal dog. What? You're fine. You're fine. Um. So, oh, and then what? What? What are you doing? What are you doing, Mr. Caesar? Hmm. They're all like every one of them. They want to be up my behind every second, and then they all want the attention, don't you? Caesar's. This is the most chill dog. He is the coolest dog. Yes, you are. Yes. But yeah, pay attention to me exactly. So, but anyway, so that's kind of what I obviously got to get a dog run in down there so that I can have the pups down there with me and all those type of things. So we'll just have to see. There's going to be a lot to do. Hey, Bob Hunter, my cat told me I have too much humor for a 60-year-old fart. Bear in mind that my dear cat has two more extra legs than me. She is right right in her assessment. Oh, that's cool. Well, thank you very much for the donation. I do appreciate that. You got to see how pathetic this is. Pathetic. Yes. You are something else. Oh my god. Are you going with the same type of building like in West Virginia as you have in the New York homestead? No, probably not. I'm not exactly sure. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do down there yet. With having the sawmill right down the road, I can get lumber from them, and I can probably get it cheaper, buying directly from them. So that will be a good thing as far as that goes for building materials instead of going down to like Lowe's or Home Depot or one of those places. I can just hit that local sawmill, and she's all ears. Oh yeah, she's got huge ears. I know that face. She is just too funny. But yeah, so I'm going to be able to utilize them, which will be helpful in that aspect as well. So that's definitely the game plan. Let Heather know I got my bracelet. Oh, very very cool. I will let her know that, and thank you so much for the donation. And I'm glad you got it. Yeah, she's really good about getting the products out when she gets an order. She wants to get things out right away. So metal roof? Oh, absolutely. Whatever I build, I'm going to tell you guys right now, whatever I build in West Virginia will have a metal roof, guaranteed. I'm not even going to screw around. Um, you know, yeah, build a rough lumber cabin. I may do that. I may do that. But yeah, I definitely anything that I build in West Virginia will have a metal roof because I do plan on utilizing a rain catchment system with everything. We're going to utilize what water we have. We're going to utilize Mother Nature with the rain. If the spring and like I said, I don't know what the springs are going to do yet, but I definitely like having The other options. If I was a billionaire, I would buy 20,000 tons of love for humanity. Oh, that's very cool, man. Yeah, I hear you. They could sure use it. That's for sure. They could sure use it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the donation as well. No, I know humanity's kind of. There's a lot of good people though. There's a lot of good people. Jay Moore says metal roof is faster. Well, not only is a metal roof faster, it puts you in a situation with a metal roof where it's going to outlast me. So if I put a metal roof on anything down there, it'll be there long after I'm in the ground. And that's what you want. With a shingle roof, you're going to have issues, and you could have all kinds of issues with it down the road. And I don't want to deal with that. With a metal roof, it just they last so long, and it's really good. And like I said, it's using that to set up for a rain catchment is just going to be better. It's just going to be better. So. If I was a billionaire, I would buy an off-grid ranch in West Central Texas. I would be up in the mountains someplace. I would absolutely be in the mountains somewhere, but I would have a huge spread. I'd have a huge spread of land. Uh, you can build a home in a metal building. Oh, absolutely. You can do that as well. Yep. So yeah, it really just depends on what we're going to do and how cost and what I can get done and all those type of things. It's just it's at the end of the day, it's always going to come down to money. It always is going to come down to money. So with getting the components for the solar system ahead of time, like I did, over the next 3-4 months, I'll be paying that off, trying to anyway. You know, but and again, it just all really just depends on how things go. But I want to try to get so when I get to the spring, that I got that all paid for and all taken care of, and that's the game plan. But you know, yeah, you don't really hear with a metal roof if you've put down um, plywood first for your roof, and then you put the metal on top of that. You're not going to hear the rain as much on the metal roof as you would if it was just metal roof and then nothing underneath it. So yeah, he's right about that. Absolutely. But no, I like the metal roof that we have on here. You don't really hear the rain. You just don't hear it. I love a good rainstorm. What? You're such a pretty dog. You really are. I know. I love you. You're a good girl. You can give me a few minutes. I know. You're gonna have to wait. Have. Hold on a second. I'll have. She wants to go out. That's what she wants. That's why she's talking to me. So I'm just asking Heather to please take the dog out because she's got to go to the bathroom. That's what she's got to do. I know. I know. I'm gonna have Heather take you out. I know it. All right. So anyway, oh my God, this dog is so funny. She's a beautiful puppy though. I am so glad I got her. When I saw the picture of her, so the other people that had the German Shepherd puppy, they had more of a traditional color German Shepherd, and then I was like, well, do they have any female German Shepherds left? And they were like, yeah, they got one female Shepherd puppy left. And I said, well, could you have them send me a picture? And when I saw the picture of her, and I saw that face, I was like, oh my God. I said, yep, she is. She's the one, and she ended up being the biggest. She ended up being the biggest female of the litter. So she is a big girl. Like her sister, when I go over. Oh, oh, there she goes. There she goes. All right, all right. Sorry. She's just, and I'll tell you what, she is so daddy's girl. She is so daddy's girl. Insulation. If you're gonna build something, my advice to anybody is rock wool insulation. The animals don't like to nest in it. It's a great insulation to have and use. I highly recommend it. I use it for everything that I do. So rock wool is the only way to go. Only way to go. A little more expensive, but it's a sound suppressant, and it won't burn. If the house catches on fire, it won't burn. So awesome, Eddie Rabbit. I love the rainy night. Yep, best song, best rain song. Yeah, it's a good song. Yeah, he's gone now too. Eddie Rabbit's gone now. Thank you for the donation, Asif. I appreciate it. All right, guys, let's do some shout outs. I'm sorry, this stream has not been the best, and I apologize. Like I said, I am definitely not on my game. Definitely termites in West Virginia. I don't, there probably is. I don't know, to be honest with you, but I'm not sure. Okie Ford said I use Rockwool commercial in commercial a lot. Yep, there you go. Hey, Bob Hunter. Prepper, do you think if your dog had a picture of you, do you think your dog would have adopted you? You know what? I don't know. Well, like I said, her and I bonded very, very quickly. So, German Shepherds pick one person. They pick one person. That is their owner. That's their master. And that's it. That's who they pick. So, but thank you very much for the donation. And that's a good question. Who knows? But, uh, But anyway, let's do the shout outs real quick for other channels. We got Icky Can Off Grid up in Canada. He's a friend of mine, a good dude. And so definitely would like you guys to go and support him. There's Doug and Stacy, Sean James with the Sean James channel, and also My Self Reliance. We have Angry Prepper down in New York City. Good dude down there. Magic Prepper out in North Dakota. Marfugal News out in Seattle. Good dude out there. And him and Dax doing their thing out there. Uh, Wrangle Star out west as well. You also have Green Greg's. You have Pinball Preparedness, and also you have oh my God, let's see, Bush Radical, Girl in the Woods. Another couple of really good channels. The Needy Homestead, another one, Bushcraft Bear, Corporal's Corner, and really good channels there. Gray Man Prepping, and Southern Prepper One. He's down there as well, and he's got a good home or channel as well. 80K Man, obviously, North Shore Preparedness has their channel here as well. So let's support them as well. Survival Lily, it's another good channel. Green Greg's, like I said, as well, real good dude. So trying to think who else, who am I missing? Oh, Alaskan Granny. Alaskan Prepper as well. Real good guy, very, very down to earth, is somebody we should definitely be supporting. Also, we have Canadian Prepper is another one. So you guys are throwing them up as I'm saying them, which is funny. But they're popping in as I'm talking here. But there's so many good channels out there. There's a lot of good information. Like Corporal's Corner is another one. I like his channel, and there's a lot of great information. The Economic Ninja, Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project, a Suspicious Observer, the Pneumatic Movement. That young couple I was telling you guys, he is back in Boston right now, and they're going to be going back down to Panama very soon with their baby. And so he had to go back and was working on some stuff down there, and they're heading back down. So I like their channel. They're a nice young couple, and they're doing really cool stuff. So I definitely want you to support them as well, the Nomadic Movement. Deep South Homestead, really good channel. Joe with St. Bernard Acres is another good channel. Prepper Nation. So a lot of good channels out there, guys, and a lot of things we should be supporting each other and lifting each other up. And I think that's a good thing. But excuse me. I wish the stream had been better for you guys tonight. I apologize if it's not been great. I definitely am not on my game. I'm feeling better. I feel definitely better than I did on Sunday. but I'll get there. I'll get there. So it'll come together. But give me a few more days, and I hopefully will be better. And oh, Bizarrizza Jizza, yes, I forgot to mention him in there as well, guys. Sorry about that. Definitely go and support him as well. So, but yeah, I just been like I said, I have been resting a ton, just trying to get over this sickness, and I've been sick worse than this. The last time I was sick, I was worse than this one. This one is just kind of wiping me out, and so it's just like I said, I've been sleeping a lot. Uh, do not take the Jim Jones juice. Yeah, not going to happen. Not going to happen. But thank you very much, Bob, for the donation, and thank you for that statement. Yeah, you ain't got to worry about that. That's not going to happen. Um, but I am feeling better. It's just going to take some time. Viruses have to run their course. When people say, "Oh, well, go get an antibiotic," an antibiotic's not going to do anything. When you have a virus, you have to let it run its course. But the good thing with catching a virus and catching this bug, it's going to help build my immune system. So, so I have to sleep a lot right now and try to work through this, and that's what I've been doing. And so we'll get there, and but it'll come together. So hopefully, again, I won't be sick for years again after this. I hope. Like I said, I hate being sick. Not a good time. So, but anyway, what was I going to say here? Let's do We Are Legion because we are many. We're all over the world. We're all over the country. We're a huge family. We're a huge network of people. So where is everybody from tonight? In the good Legion, not the bad biblical Legion. It's one example. One example. And everybody wants to throw that up there all the time. Beech Grove, Indiana. Melbourne, Australia. Philip, how you doing tonight? New Mexico. Nowhere, Oklahoma. Hey, Asif. Whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger. That's for sure. Raleigh, North Carolina. Waterloo, New York. Ulster Park, New York. Central Missouri. Gary, Indiana. Upstate New York. BC, Canada. Ontario. The Adirondacks. Inverness, Florida. Ontario, Canada, North Central Texas, Hot Springs, North Carolina. We have Connecticut, Massachusetts, Fort Worth, Texas, BC, Canada, Denver, Colorado, St. Augustine, Florida, Northern Maine, Clearfield, Pennsylvania, very nice. Let's see, Iowa, Endicott, New York, Denton, North Carolina, Northeast Colorado, Ocala, Florida, North Highlands of California, Mississauga, Ontario, Canada, Hornberry, New York, California, Lake Springs, Michigan, Newark News, Virginia, Okie, Oklahoma, very nice. Uh, let's see, Southeast Missouri, Michigan City, Indiana, St. Pete, Florida, South Bend, Maryland, Providence Village, Texas, Southeast Texas, Goldsboro, North Carolina, Southwest Florida, Cape Cod, Massachusetts, currently. Uh, Canadella, Australia. If I said that wrong, Lee, I apologize. Ozarks of Missouri, Germantown, Maryland, Cape Cod, uh, Bardstorm, Bardstown, Kentucky, Southwest Virginia or Southwest Washington D.C. Very nice, welcome. Northern Florida, Mickleton, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Missouri and the Ozarks, Central Iowa, Pennsylvania Wilds, Goldsboro, North Carolina, Camden, Tennessee. So again, guys, West Virginia obviously in the house as well. We're a huge family. We're a huge network. We're all over the place. We really truly are. We are the ones that are awake. We are the ones that can make a difference. We are really just a huge network of people, and people don't realize how much power we truly have. There's so many of us, and we're all over the place, and that makes a big, big difference. So, let's just keep doing what we're doing. Keep prepping. Don't stop prepping. Definitely do not stop prepping. So that's important. Time is short. We don't know how much time we're going to have. So we're just going to continue to do the best that we can. I how much time? I get this question a lot. How much time do I think that we have? And it's hard to say. they're going to keep things propped up as long as they possibly can until it collapses. That I absolutely see. And they continue to try to, you know, implement more and more control measures, and they're going to continue to try to do that. I think that you're going to see that continuing to happen, unfortunately. But yeah, 2022 is going to be an interesting year. I think that we're going to probably we got to see how the winter goes. This winter should be definitely interesting as far as what it's costing people to live and how do they are they taking care of things and those type of things. So that's going to be a big tell of how things are going to be once the spring comes. I'll tell you what, I'm going to be full force in West Virginia because that's where I need to be when things go completely to crap. It's a good location, and I got a good spot down there. And as long as I can develop it enough that it's survivable, that's the game plan. And so, like I said, power and water are the first keys down in West Virginia, and that's what I'll be working on first. And so that's my game plan. And so that's where I'm going to be. And it's just gonna, like I said, it's just going to take some time, and that's all we can do. And but determination and stubbornness go a long way, and we'll get things done. And it'll be an interesting journey, and I'm going to show you every step of the way of what we're doing, and it'll be awesome. I think it's going to be a lot of fun down there. And it's going to be a lot of work. Don't get me wrong. It's going to be a tremendous amount of work when I get down there, and I know that, but that's okay. So what do we got? 405 left in the chat. We're at 497 on the thumbs up from my cold dead hands. Right, exactly, Bob Hunter. Thank you very much again for the donation, and thank you for the statement. And I get it. I totally get it. So again, I'm going to ask one last time if you have not shot a thumbs up yet, if you would do so to show support for the channel. And thank you for doing that. I appreciate you. Also, again, it really does make a difference with the algorithm. So the more interaction we have, the better it is for the channel. Some of those hillbillies. Oh, I missed that. Oh, mention don't know you, right, Randy? Oh, I don't know what I'm something. My weather forecast east of the Mississippi River, December near normal, February, eh, January, February much below normal, polar vortex in January through February. That'll be fun, Asif. Yeah, December looks not terrible, but they're saying it looks like January and February may be very interesting. Thank you very much for the donation as well, Asif. I appreciate that. Well, anyway, guys, I want to thank my moderators for doing an awesome job in keeping the chat clean. You guys are the best. I appreciate you. It means a lot to me. It really does that you're here stream after stream, and we have these good chats, and I appreciate that. I really do. Also, remember, I want to thank all of you for being here and joining me and all that type of stuff. And you're why I'm here. You're why I'm doing what I do. So I appreciate all of you as well. So thank you for doing being here and joining us and supporting me. It means a lot to me. It really does. And we're just gonna keep plugging along. And like I said, I just got to get over the sickness first, and then we can go from there. But we'll get there. We'll definitely get there. Remember, guys, we are all in this together. We are one race called the human race, and that's important. And I think people need to remember that, and they lose sight of that constantly, which I don't know why people, we're so easily distracted, and it's unfortunate, but we got to stop letting them distract us. We got to stay focused. Also, guys, remember to hug and kiss the ones that you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. So it's really important we tell the people that we care about every day how we feel. Last but not least, STD. Step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only person that can stop you from reaching those goals is you. That's it, nobody else. Stay positive, stay away from the negativity, and you're going to be just fine. If we just hit, I'm 97,100. So we are less than 2,900 away now from 3,000 or 100,000 subscribers, which is amazing. So we're working on it, and as soon as we hit 100,000 subscribers, I'm going to have a nice big giveaway. I definitely plan on doing that, and I also plan on getting, obviously, STD tattooed on myself when we get to that point. So looking forward to doing that as well. So anyway, I will see you guys all later. I hope you have a great night. and I'm going to get some more rest. So, but again, for my hardcore preppers that are watching, I will be doing next week. I'm going to do Monday and Thursday to make up for you guys. Like I said, I just did not have it. I was thinking about doing tomorrow, but I need I need to recover. So I will see you guys all tomorrow. I hope you have a great day. Prepper Nurse One out for now.